3 months, 6 countries, 1 backpack. Today I'm showing you everything I packed for backpacking Latin America, along with items I regret bringing and things I'm so glad I brought. So last year in November, I spent 3 months backpacking through Latin America. I was moving through countries pretty often, staying in hostels, taking buses and flights, so I really needed everything to fit into one backpack. Packing light was super important, but also challenging because I didn't want to be dragging around a huge suitcase around cities, hostels and airports. I thought it might be tough, but it was actually really doable. I had pretty much everything I needed without overpacking. So I lived out of this backpack for 3 months while traveling across South America. This is the Cotopaxi Ulpa Adventure Travel Backpack and it's 50 liters, carry-on compatible once you zip off this top bit. This top bit is 8 liters. The rest of the bag is 42 liters and the dimensions are compatible with carry-on size across most of the flights. So I'm going to show you every single thing that I brought with me and I'm also going to share what I regret bringing. So stay tuned for that. So I want to show you the features of my backpack. This is how it looks on. It has sturdy and comfy shoulder straps along with the chest and waist strap and they're all adjustable. There are loads of pockets and spaces to fill last minute items into, which I found so helpful. It also has a side pocket for your laptop and a little pocket next to the waist for your passport. There's also attachment straps which are perfect for carabiners. As I mentioned, the top bit zips all the way off, so this is how I would carry the bag on flights. The zips are super sturdy, which is an absolute must for travel backpacks, and it also has 3 grab handles which make it really convenient. So I had 5 packing cubes for this trip and I think it was the perfect number for the size of my bag and everything that I needed. My packing cubes are from Pastel, the amazing Maddie's brand, and honestly 10 out of 10. Highly recommend these. They're super sturdy, like you need a really strong zip. For anything that's like travel related, bags, packing cubes, backpacks, like the zip needs to be so strong. Absolutely no issues. I also love the feature of like this extension bit. You can fit more in it, but then you can stuff it down and then zip it up and make it compact. Also, they're so cute. The designs are so colorful. There's also more colors. So check out Pastel. I'm sure you maybe already know about them. If you're like me and you love fashion and outfits and looking cute and having your personal style, then it's definitely possible, even with like a small backpack like this. You know, you can fit more in it than it seems. I'm going to show you exactly how. So let's go through all the clothes that I packed. The way that I organized my packing cubes was 1 for top, 1 for hiking gear like thermals, a waterproof jacket and pants, and also some active wear, 1 for bottoms like trousers and shorts, 1 for skirts and dresses, and 1 for underwear and swimwear. So for bags, I brought 1 tote bag. This is my beach bag, my shopping bag, my grocery bag, anything that I needed like a little bit of a bigger bag for. This is my go-to. Originally, I brought with me 1 small handbag, just a little red one, which I actually can't find right now, but I will insert a video of it once I do find it. I also thrifted this really cute one in Mexico, which was like the start of my trip. So I had like 2 options for bags that I could pair with my outfit. I decided on a bag like this, like a small handbag that's underneath rather than a crossbody. Personally, not a fan of crossbody bags. I just feel like they're just so much easier to get like pickpocketed out of, be like on a busy street and you don't, you know, you can't always have it in the front. Like sometimes it just goes to the back, like it just happens. So I just feel like having a bag like this when it's like underneath, no one's getting in here. It's very hard to pickpocket out of a bag like this and I actually had no issues. I know everyone loves a crossbody bag, everyone loves a Uniqlo crossbody bag for like traveling and stuff, but me personally, I just like a handbag because I think it's a bit safer. Okay, so moving on to shoes, I bought 3 pairs of shoes. Okay, so I decided to bring my Solomons. These are the XT5. I'll leave them linked in the description box along with everything else. So I decided on these because they're a hiking sneaker and they honestly served me so well. I did so many hikes on them. I did the Inca Trail, I did Acatenango in Guatemala, I did hikes in Colombia, I did Tayrona National Park. They got wet, but they dry really quickly. They've gone through every single country with me. There was also my travel day shoes. I also wear them if I wanted to go to the gym. They're very multifunctional. So 1 pair of Havaianas, a must. I actually kind of regret bringing these ones because they got so dirty. If you're gonna choose a color, choose like a darker color. I also did bring a pair of ballet flats, but a little bit more on that later, whether or not you actually need these. So moving on, I brought 2 bikinis. 1 is a 1-piece and then 1 is like a 2-piece. And then I also ended up buying 1 when I was in Colombia. As you can see, these are like the same color, which I wouldn't do again. I have other colors, I should have brought them. It's only that these 2 are my favorite styles, so I just wanted to bring these 2. So I brought 5 pairs of underwear, 5 socks, and 2 bras as well. So I brought with me 1 cap, which I left behind somewhere in a hostel, on a bus, I don't remember where. But I picked up these 2 along the way. This one I got in Guatemala, I thrifted it. And then this one I picked up in Peru, I think. This is probably my most worn one. I do regret this one. It's just way too neon and it doesn't really go with like any of my outfit. If you like wearing hats, then choose one that you will definitely get a lot of wear out of. Okay, so let's talk some miscellaneous necessities, let's call them. So microfiber towels, super thin, dries really quickly. Hostels, they charge you to rent a towel and it gets expensive if you want to do it every single time. This is my laundry bag. Look at the state of it. So what I would say is bring a more sturdier laundry bag, but definitely you need a laundry bag to separate out your dirty clothes from your clean clothes. Okay, so this is probably not a necessity for everyone, but I did decide to bring a little silk pillowcase because I have curly hair and it reduces frizz when I sleep on silk. And also just want a little bit of your own luxury as much as you can when you're in a hostel sharing a room with like 4 strangers. Just the little things make it a little bit nicer. Eye mask, you need it every single night when you're in a hostel. So this is from the brand Drowsy Co, and it's actually so good. It just feels like very like nice on your eyes, but it's not too tight, and it's got a little like Velcro so you can adjust it to your own head size. And also it's 100% silk, so it feels amazing. It's super soft. So I also have the turtleneck pillow, which I do recommend. I think it's a really great design. It's like ergonomic, it feels good. So it's this one that I got. I got the junior one because it was cheaper, and you know, I'm small. So when I first left on this trip, I didn't have a day pack with me. I had this backpack and then I had a tote bag. In this tote bag, I had like my flight kind of essentials. I don't know why I didn't clock that you 100% need a day pack. So when I got to Mexico City, which is probably like a couple of weeks into the trip, I ended up getting this one and it was such a good decision. It was just my day pack for the rest of the trip. This is not specifically a backpack that I would recommend. I'm just saying that you definitely do need a day pack. And in this backpack, this is the one that I would have on me like on flights and stuff. And also if I was doing day hikes, this is the one that I would take. So during a travel day, this pack would contain my laptop, my headphones, like electronics, and like also all of my valuables, like my passport, my wallet, any liquids and whatever if I need to take them out at an airport. I would also keep my eye mask and my neck pillow in this bag. So let's talk meds. You do need kind of like a range of medicines. You know, whenever you travel, you have like a little pack of medicines that you take. Just kind of adjust that based on how long you're traveling for. So as a makeup and skincare girl, I was very stressed out because I didn't know how to pack for this trip. In terms of skincare, I kept it very, very minimal. Essentially what I decided to do was get the road travel pack. Then I had a sunscreen from La Roche-Posay, a really good hack for skincare. I like to exfoliate at least once a week. It's like a pre-soaked pad that contains the exfoliant on it. Definitely get on these if you're a skincare girl like me. Okay, so I packed my hair products into these like little travel size pouches. And then I brought this tiny little hairbrush. It's a Tangle Teaser, really good size. So makeup was a similar story. I obviously had a bit more makeup because there's more products involved. I basically brought one of each thing. So like one concealer, one mascara. Obviously there's a liquids rule on planes and you can only bring this tiny little clear bag of liquids. Across all of South America on the flights that we were on, we never had to take out liquids. We never had to like separate them or like show them or like anything. It depends on the person that you get, I guess. And also depends how strict they are. Personally, where I went to and all the places that I flew from, I didn't have an issue with liquids. I think I could have brought more actually. Let's talk electronics. So I brought my laptop charger, a phone charger, my vlog camera, my microphone, headphones, my digicam, also a portable charger, one universal adapter, which I lost. I left it behind in Colombia, and honestly, that's bound to happen. Like, I feel like that's like the number one thing that gets left behind that you just forget. So I would recommend bringing at least 2 like universal adapters. I also had some spare memory sticks for my digicam and my vlog camera, and I also had like the little adapter thing that I could stick it into my laptop. Okay, so let's talk about some things that you definitely need while backpacking. Firstly, you need a lock. I had 2 of these and I would suggest bringing 2. I recommend this one that kind of like has like a loose string rather than those small like really rigid ones. I think this is a better option because this just makes it a bit more flexible with whatever you have to lock. So next is some carabiners. I think I ordered a pack of like 4. Honestly, they were so good just to hang things off of like on the outside of your bag. Like if something didn't fit in your bag or like you wanted to carry your flip-flops or your shoes outside of your bag, you just clip it onto this and you're ready to go. I brought this dress, which I think I wore literally once and then I never wore it again. Cute little day dress would have been way more practical. I would have gotten way more use out of because this is more of like an evening style dress, but I found that for evening outfits, I was usually going with like a cute halter top and like my cargo pants, or like really like quite casual. Brought these flats, which I regret bringing. I probably wouldn't bring them again. I just didn't get enough wear out of them as I thought I would. I thought I'd be wearing these like on days when I explore, but I really just ended up wearing my Solomon. So this jacket I regret bringing. I got it off Vinted. It's from Colombia, so it's like really good quality, but I feel like I could have gotten away with like a thinner waterproof jacket. This one's like a bit bulky. It's got a hood. And also the color was just a little bit too bright for what I wanted. And those are pretty much the items that I probably wouldn't bring again if I was going to do a trip like this. Some items that I would bring that I didn't initially was definitely a day pack, as I mentioned. A lot of people, I think, originally do pack jeans and then regret it because it's like so bulky and it takes time to dry and it's not really quick dry. It's like not very practical. I didn't bring them with me, so I ended up buying this pair in Colombia, but I honestly got so much wear out of them because you can wear them as like an evening outfit, day outfit. Like it's just, I don't know, it's really versatile. And I do understand why people don't want to bring jeans or like why they maybe regret it. But for me personally, it was something that I probably would have brought from the beginning. Okay, so here are some things that I'm so glad that I did pack. Firstly, these two scarves. You can wear them as a top, you can wear them as a skirt, you can wear them as a dress, wear them as like tie around like belt, and there's just so many ways to wear them. Another thing that honestly saved my life were my packing cubes. I mentioned them before, I'll have them linked below. My Solomons, I'm so glad I packed them and I'm so glad I chose these ones out of all the ones that I was thinking of. They just really, really served me well. So another thing that I'm glad that I brought is layers, thermal top that I could also just wear as like a normal long sleeve. It was like a thin thermal, so it wasn't like too warm. I also had this knit jumper. I got it right before I left. So this jumper is 90% wool and 10% cashmere. Kept me cozy on flights. I would always have this around my waist. Another thing that I'm so glad that I brought was my portable charger, also my universal adapter, the 2 locks that I brought. Okay, so those are all the things that I packed for my 3 months backpacking in South America. I know I was searching these videos before I left my trip, so I hope this can help, and I hope that I was able to give you some insights on what to bring, what not to bring, what to leave behind, everything that you need, non-negotiables. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will leave everything that I mentioned in the description box as well. I'm going to be posting more videos about my South America experience, backpacking, traveling, hostels, costs, questions that I've gotten on Instagram, so make sure to subscribe to see those videos. And if you've backpacked before, I would love to know what item you cannot travel without. Leave it in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.